When I was 13 years old, that was I think SS1. I don't know how they do the grading in like UK and US, but basically, I'm in SS1 right now, or I'm 13. It's the second term of that's like SS1 I was in, right? So I'm in class and we're writing, and I'm in science class, right? So science class is basically where majorly girls are there, right? And guys are majorly in tech class. So you can imagine if girls run the whole class, the class is always noisy, always getting complaints from the teachers. But most important thing that happened in this story now is that one day the girl started twerking in the class, and me as my short brain, I was never seen that before. I have seen that before, but like this time was a lot because we're standing in front of the class and they were twerking all the time. And then I was just over there watching, but all my other guys were like, "Oh no, no, no!" So I was also acting like that as well. "Oh no, this is bad, stuff like that, stuff like that." And then when I get home, I start thinking about it and thinking about it, just start edging and edging and edging. And to some point, I find out about masturbation. I don't remember seriously how. I find out about masturbation, and then that's when it goes downhill for me. I literally start going fapping all the time and all the time. Literally every single day when I come back from class, when I come back from school, it's just a fap because like I even used to blame the girls. I used to say that these girls are too thick that anytime I want to go on no fap and I would see all these girls and then my brain would just go back to just looking at them. I was like, that's their fault. It's not my fault. I'm looking at them. And I was like, right now I'm like it is definitely my fault, right? And every time I fapped I would always feel bad about myself. During that time I was playing games. So after I graduated, right, after I graduated, basically a girl basically rejected me. A lot of things happened. I want to talk about that in another video. Basically a girl basically rejected me somehow, and then she was what I call my eye opener, but she didn't really open my eyes, right? So I was still like playing games. Imagine you like during the time when you're supposed to be the most productive. It was during like our last year of secondary school, right? So you're studying for your WAEC and for your JAM for different exams, right? So imagine you on your birthday, they are calling out your mathematics scores and you failed, right? And they literally call out your name and then your math score. That's what they're doing for all of us on that day. And that was my birthday, surprisingly. And well, it was horrible because I felt horrible after that. And I still gave my result. I got like 20 something over 60, and it was bad, man. It was very, very bad. I was horrible at math. I was horrible at basically everything back then. I'm not even lying to you. Every single subject I was horrible at it. Right. So that, and imagine also being so burnt out. Yeah, just it was just horrible, man. I can't explain the amount of times that I would be just depressed, just lying down, feeling the after effects of fapping. I would just be like, just feel so bad. And then also, people were also like sort of bullying me a bit during back then, like that. So it was very bad, man. And what I can tell you right now is that if you are depressed, it is your fault. If you are depressed, you deserve to be depressed, right? But I'm going to teach you how to not get depressed. So first of all, what is depression, right? Remember that if you are depressed, it's definitely your fault. It's not anybody else's fault. Now, don't click on this video and go and commit suicide. Don't do that. I'm not telling you guys to do that. But basically, right now, what is depression now? Depression is basically just sadness on steroids. You can agree with me, right? Depression is basically sadness on steroids. You're depressed. Your emotion. When you say depressed, you say depressed. That's what the word means. Depression. It's like your sadness, but on a much more like it has greater impact on your emotions. Like you're sad, okay. Okay, let's say yeah, let's go right now, and I take away this from you, right? Yeah, please, I take away from you, and you're like, oh no, no, blah, blah, I want it back, yeah, and you start crying. You're sad, right? You're sad, you're angry, right? Depression is all of that, but times 10. Obviously, the little girl, she can't do anything, right? But then she goes into a little corner, she starts crying. I even try and give it back to her, she doesn't want it. She starts crying, she starts acting moody. When you give her food, she doesn't eat it. She just over there lying on her bed, just crying, angry for like an hour or two. Camera acted up again. But basically, where I was that so you know how babies they usually like get over stuff in like 5, 6, 10 minutes at most. 10 minutes is even too much. So it's like 5 minutes. Babies usually get over stuff, but then this particular baby doesn't get over it in hours. It's still paining. It's still like just rolling around the floor, just depressed like that. Now that is depression. That is depression. Basically, sadness on steroids. That is total depression, right? So now, how do we deal with your depression now? First thing is that pills will not work, all right? Even when I was even talking to one of my friends who was just studying like a medicine course, right? So we were arguing that depression pills obviously they don't work. Everybody knows that now. It's very obvious. And so people, due to lack of like knowledge, they just still want to go and take depressive pills. They're called depressants. So you want to go and take depressants, which are the pills for people who are depressed. And what they do is that they actually make you worse. That if the source of your depression is a girl breaking up with you now, depressants are going to block that source in your nerve, right? Where you are feeling that emotion of depression. So that emotion of depression is blocked right now, right? But the source is still there. You still go to school and see her every day. You still scroll on Instagram and you still see her pictures or her reels or whatever every day, right? You probably still go to her account and look at it and scroll and follow them and follow her, follow them and follow her, stuff like that. So the source is still there, but you're not feeling anything because you're taking depressants, which are blocking the nerves of you feeling depressed, right? So you're just stuck in the middle. You're not feeling anything, but the source is still there. And then at some point, it gets so much that let's say depressants even break out, or let's say the person gets addicted to depressant, just like how people smoke to ease pain, to like to basically escape the real life world. Just like how like smoking and drinking, they're also just like depressants as well. So you smoking and drinking is as bad as you taking depressant pills. Do you get what I mean now? People who smoke and drink, they take it so that they can escape the real world, and you are taking depressant so that you don't feel the the emotion of depression, right? Either way, both of you are still coping. So what is the difference between the both of you? Because oh, this person is drinking, this person's heart is at risk. This person is smoking, this person's heart is at risk, their lungs are at risk. Nigga, you are taking depressants. The nerves that allow you to feel are at risk. They are already at risk, all right? So what is different between the both of you? There is no difference. You are as bad as someone smoking and drinking if you are taking depressant pills. So now, how do you actually stay depressed? Now, if you've ever heard this before, like go out and climb a tree, yes, you should definitely do that. The first thing I would say for you if you are depressed is literally go outside, run. If you're like okay, if your house has a big compound now, what I want to do is I want you to go outside and I want you to run. Yes, I want you to literally start running. Go from I don't care about no jogging, no sprinting. You are running. You're running around your house. You're running around your house and round, around, around. Do like 3 laps. Do it with a friend because it's definitely much better when you do it with a friend. You will feel 10 times more happier. I'm telling you that. Until you go back home and then you start scrolling again. So I talked about this in a video where you should replace the bad habits with the good habits. And this is definitely necessary if you are depressed as well. Replace your bad habits because I'm very sure if you are depressed, one thing or the other is causing it. Either it's the hot girl who rejected you, or it's you scrolling. I don't really know things about how the source of depression, but it can be anything to be honest in this kind of world. It can be anything. So somebody says something mean to you, that person can go and commit suicide. Stuff like that. Any small thing right now in this modern day makes people depressed, right? Gen Z generation. I'm the Gen Z generation. Okay, but if you are depressed right now, the best thing you can do right now is to go outside. Literally, as I'm watching this video, carry your phone and just go outside. I'm not saying go outside of your compound now. If you go outside of your compound, it's even better. If your compound is like safe, because I know my compound isn't safe, right? So if your compound is safe, literally just go outside and then just start jogging, man. Just start running, start sprinting. Like, bro, at first just run, bro. Run, just run. Like, I don't know if it comes from a movie, but I'm literally telling you to run. That's the first thing you should do. Just go outside and go and do any exercise. I'm even limiting it now. Before I told you not to jog or sprint, just run. I'm even reducing it for you because some of you are probably fat. It's very Some of you are probably fat bitches, and you're asking yourself, why am I depressed? Nigga, look at it. Bro, I remember one time when I looked in the mirror and I saw my physique and I said to myself that I can never be depressed because I just have a good physique. Okay, well, I'm also, my physique obviously isn't 10 out of 10, alright? I still have a lot of work to do in my biceps, in my chest, alright? I still have a lot of work to do. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I can't be depressed. Why? Because my physique is already enough for me to look in the mirror and say, okay, I am happy. Bro, I don't think if I even see my before and after pictures. I think I even have it here. This was how I looked before. This is me, right? This person right here. This is how I looked before. That's very dusty. And now look at me now. I am very happy with myself because I don't look like that again. I'm happy because I've been doing all the good habits for not even up to a year, and I'm really happy of how I look. Or I'm happy of how I look, and I go and cold approach girls. I go out every day. I look at the sun first thing I wake up. Like, why won't I not feel happy with myself? Because that is it. I've replaced all my bad habits with the good habits, so I can never be depressed. The thing about depression is that you look in the mirror and you are already depressed by looking at your physique. You look at your social status and you see that you have no friends online because of you actually care about the amount of follower counts you have. You go out and let's say if you miss a day of school because you went to go and get antidepressants, right? And then the person standing there next to you is that, oh, you went even to school yesterday. I didn't even notice. That's the kind of friends you have. That's the kind of friends I used to have. I remember one time I didn't come to school because I was sick, and then the next day I was looking at my friend, oh yeah, I didn't come to school. I already feel bad enough telling him that I didn't come to school because this person I sit down beside every day, right? And then he told me, of course, he was like smiling, right? He told me that, oh, you didn't come to school. I didn't even realize. And they just said smiling. And I was like, and I felt horrible after that. And then this girl looked behind me and was like, oh, you didn't come to school. Like, oh, and then she just said, "Oh, I think somebody said it that day or something like that." And like only one person in my whole class actually remembered that I didn't come to school. That enough was bad. That enough was bad enough for me because obviously I really want to like respect it. It's just human nature, man. If someone was to tell you that, oh, they didn't even notice you, you're gonna feel bad, man. It's human nature. This is why you don't have good friends, and you yourself you aren't even social as well. Nobody wants to socialize with you. All right. If you're the kind of person who's just like closed off, you're just giving that like grim energy. You're giving that grim energy of someone who just like wants to stay in his own corner. Oh, I'll just be quiet. Oh, I can't talk to girl. I can't go and approach a girl. But if a girl comes to talk to me, I would feel so much better. I can literally just start building conversation up from there. And I used to say that as well. And it was horrible advice for myself. It was horrible. And I used to like I remember one time in a party where everybody was dancing. It was like my end of the year party, right? Everybody was dancing. It was the end of the year or children's day party. I don't remember what. It was end of the year party. And I was just in one corner, just crossing my hands like this. I was like, imagine I was just doing that while everybody else was having fun. I was the only person doing that. Even my group of friends, they were like sort of talking and laughing, right? And I even went there because I told myself that what am I even doing, bro? This feels so sad, man. Why am I abusing this girl, man? I would fuck this girl, right? I'm just saying that because she rejected me. That's literally it. So what I've been talking about for the past two videos is replace your bad habits with the good habits. Now, how do you do that? Let's say your bad habits are scrolling online on social media, right? What I want you to do is that I want you to not even set a timer myself. I want you to plan yourself out, right? So here with me right now. You're going to get a book. I'm really like you need to have a book for journaling, right? Get a book for journaling. This is my book for journaling. This is my book for journaling, right? So get a book for journaling, and then what I want you to do is I want you to write down what you're going to do every single hour of the day, right? We're going to do it, right? So I woke up around like 9 a.m. today, 18 because I slept late yesterday. I was trying to really reduce my blood sugar and it was really annoying. But anyway, on a good day now, on a normal day, I wake up by 5:30 a.m. Wake up by 5:30 a.m. Wake up, Now, by let's say 5, between 5:30 to 6:30, when we're doing this prayer, right? You can only do also in right prayer if you're not like, if you're not religious. Though I would really tell you that you should be religious. If you're depressed, you definitely need God. In fact, everybody in this world needs God. So prayer, and then after that, I do my, okay, go outside. I can name right, sunbathing. So sunbathing is what I call really going outside and just going outside shirtless like this, and then just going out, just finding a place to sit down where the sun is directly getting to you. You don't need to be able to see the sun as long as you're outside between the time, and as long as it's not past 11 or 10. As long as it's not past 11 or 10, I was saying like 9 to 10. Okay, so from the time of like 7 a.m. to time of 9:30 a.m., that's when the sun is like most out and it's very good. That's when the vitamin D really get into your system, and serotonin from the sunlight, all those kind of things. Because serotonin from the sun generally just makes you happier. It makes you a happier person. I'm telling you that there was in a video I watched where this guy, he was on his deathbed, right? He was on deathbed. He had cancer and he had a fungus inside his lungs that was eating his lungs, right? So he ate the first lung and they had to remove his lung, and he was eating the second lung as well. So this guy had one request and he said he wanted to go out. He said by the second day, his his lung like fungus was almost totally gone. It's from a podcast I watched. It's called Diary of a CEO, right? You guys should check it out. Diary of a CEO, just check Diary of a CEO vitamin, Diary of a CEO sunlight expert. That's how you just check it. Diary of a CEO sunlight expert. The guy is a huge podcaster. Obviously, I don't know him, but he's a huge podcaster. He's very nice. Now let's keep on going. So prayer, sunbathing, and then exercise, meditation. Then I want you to also do something productive, right? It could be making a YouTube video. Another thing productive could also be maybe just exercising, because obviously I didn't start YouTube channel immediately I started my self-improvement journey. I still had to build myself up in exercising and in mental health. So I'll tell you basically, yeah, everything so far. Since right now you are still in your building stage, before you start making YouTube videos, you have to build yourself up, right? So you have to build yourself up and try different things for a few months. Try out what you like, what you don't like, stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, everyone else improvement, we've all done meditation, we've all done journaling, we've all done exercise. But there's one particular thing that we are the best at, right? For me, is mental health. That's why I'm making videos like this, to help you improve your mental health. For somebody else, it could be exercise. For somebody else, it could be specifically sunbathing. And you talk about the benefits of sunlight. Some other people, it could be no fap. So people are generally very, very good at no fap, right? They're talking about no fap as well. So like that. You can have a huge channel based on what specifically you like what specifically you are amazing at doing, what you have done, not specifically what you even like doing. Yes, what you have improved your life so much on. Like you can now say that, okay, I found the best method on how to. So basically, what I was talking about is that whatever you know you are amazing at, that is what you end up building your channel on, right? So you go to all the meditation and everything. Now between 6:30 to, let's say, 7:30 right now. Now, if you're watching this, if you're in school right now, I'll tell you reading, because for me, reading is by the time of early in the morning when I wake up, between that to before I bathe, my focus is very high during that time, right? And then when I bathe, my focus dips down a bit. When I eat, it dips down a bit more. Then when sunlight starts coming, when it gets like 9, 10, then my focus has reduced and I need to like watch YouTube video, so just so that my brain can like relax, and then I go back into the high focus, and then classes come again, I eat again, lunch, then dinner, like that. You get and if it's in the night, focus not there. Only if I have a exam tomorrow, I need to really study, and that's when I'll really read like that. So reading, if you're in school, let's say if you're not in school, I would say reading a book, still reading a book. If you're also someone struggling with depression, I also say that you should also get a book that you should also read as well. Very nice. Reading a book. And then, so for like of course, now you don't need to do it for 1 hour. You can do it for like 10 minutes. Um, I'm honestly gonna say watch YouTube video maybe, then go back again 10 minutes like that. You see like that. It's just like meditation. Meditation, as you breathe out, you get your intrusive thoughts, right? You get thoughts that are coming to your head that like, oh, where am I getting these thoughts? And then some people just give up and say that okay, no, I can't meditate. The point of meditation is for you to literally have like reps. Each time you catch yourself doing those intrusive thoughts, you bring your focus back to what you were focusing on meantime. Same with reading. If you find yourself intrusive thoughts, right? You say that your max time for reading is like 10 minutes. That's fine. Put it down, choose the video for like 10 minutes, come back again to read. And now use the theory of meditation I just taught you, right? Meditate, and then you focus on something, right? So you're reading a book and you're focusing on reading that book, the words of reading, right? And then after that, you literally get to a point where okay, you're focusing away, right? Bring your focus back to that book. Just keep doing it again, and then over time, you're going to find yourself that you can read for like 30 minutes an hour. Just keep doing this every single day, all right? Reading is a skill, meditation is a skill. They're all skills that you can improve on, and I've just taught you the secret of how to improve on reading, right? To do that, and let's say 7:30 to 8:30, you shower and you let's say shower and what do I do now? I shower and I basically you don't come totally different, right? You might be waking up by like 9 a.m., 8 a.m., right? So school, so I'm when I was in school, I usually wake up by 5:30 a.m. So I still want to continue that. So shower and then I take my insulin so I can also eat as well. Take insulin. Then I also like cream, body. Let me say like yeah, body cream stuff like that. And then you eat or during that 1 hour space, right? And then let's say it's 30 to 9:30. Let's say you watch a YouTube video, not a porn video, whatever you watch. No, that's totally disgusting. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Watch a YouTube video because I wouldn't recommend watching an Instagram, scrolling on Instagram or TikTok because those ones are just short form content which destroys your attention span. So 9:30 to 10:30, reading again. 10:30 to 11:30, journal. Yeah, I don't specifically do gratitude journaling all the time. I only do once in a while, but yeah, I also tell you guys that specifically do gratitude journaling. So gratitude journaling, then 11:30, 12:30. By the way, that's sunbathing. You have to go outside to go. You can't be staring outside from your window. If by all means, like you literally cannot go outside. You literally cannot go outside shirtless. Let's say you're in university right now, you can't go outside shirtless. Totally fine. Just in front of your window. First thing you wake up, look at the sun. Like after prayer and waking up, all that. You look at the sun. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Come back. Bam, you don't feel like sleeping again. It's literally the best thing you can do, even if you're sleep deprived. You literally what does because imagine during the caveman days, right? During the caveman days when they would go hunting, they would all then they were having like different shifts because someone has to be awake throughout the night so that they can protect them from any like other tribe members or bears and wolves, stuff like that, right? So if so when they eventually do wake up, what helps them wake up? Because they didn't even have like clocks during that time. Most of them couldn't even like speak very well. So what will wake them up is the sunlight, right? So they will live in caves, right? And when the sunlight just passes through and just hits their eyes, they know that it's time to get up and time to go and hunt and feed their families, right? Same thing here as well. It still applies to this modern day. First thing you wake up, look at the sun, it instantly wakes you up. The sun has serotonin. That serotonin is like a boom, it basically raises your cortisol level up. The reason why I tell you that you should wake up, prayer, sunbathing, exercise, meditation, actually journaling, watch YouTube video, reading, shower. I'm not just telling you all of this, especially cold shower. I'm not just telling you all of this because of their good habits. I'm telling you all of this because of they raise your cortisol levels up. And when your cortisol level is up early in the morning, it's sort of like increases the ability for you to like move around, be happy, right? Cortisol is when you wake up, you feel moody and sad, right? As you raise your cortisol level up, you feel less moody, you feel more energized, you feel more like attacking the day with a vigorous effect, right? That is basically cortisol. Cortisol is like the stress hormone, right? So as I increase your stress a little bit, I know you're depressed, right? I'm going to increase my stress. I should be resting. No, you should actually be increasing your stress hormones. You should be doing stuff like exercise that actually boosts your metabolism and your cortisol levels up and improves your confidence like that. All these kind of things they improve your cortisol levels. So yeah, I would say that's honestly the best advice I can give you for if you're depressed. Improve your cortisol levels, improve your happiness, do happiness maxing, do fun maxing. That's what you kind of do. That's what you should do if you are depressed. This is how to cure depression. Literally just get the bad habits away, good habits in. Why? Because this raises your cortisol levels up, increases your stress hormone. Do exercise because it increases your cortisol levels up as well. And I know what you're thinking now, oh, he's basically telling me that I should be stressful, that I should just find stress, I should go out and just be stressed. No, no. I'm not telling you that you should be stressed. I'm telling you that you should increase your cortisol levels. I don't have any test to say that this has been scientifically proven so that. But if you can check it, it actually has. I'm very sure it has. Right, you can bet me on that. I'm very sure it has. Been proven. Just take that. Is increasing my cortisol levels good for reducing depression? You should check that, and I'm very sure they're going to say yes. AI of you will definitely say yes for that. So yeah, I've basically told you how you can actually improve your cortisol levels up, and then this whole chart now of your the rest of the hours of the day. I'm gonna give you guys a test right now. Just do it yourself, man. Literally do it yourself. I already have my own planned out, but do it yourself because this is just going to help you to be more independent as well. I know you're thinking that okay, I don't have any experience in doing this, but everybody has started from nothing. Everybody has started from not having experience in their things. Just to do for 5:30 to 6:30, 6:30 to 7:30. Just continue like that. We stopped at 11:30 to 12:30. Right? It can be anything for you. It could be going out. It could be talking to your mother, stuff like that. Once you plan each day out, you don't have time for scrolling. You don't have time for fapping. You don't have time for all the bad habits because all of your whole day is planned out. Imagine saying that you want to go and fap while you have literally a boxing match in the next 2 months. You're not gonna fap, right? You're gonna be working hard to try and like lean yourself down and trying to improve new techniques as well. That's basically what I'm telling you, bro. If you have your whole day planned out, there's no room for bad habits, even in your mind right now. Throughout the whole day, I'm not thinking about anything about fapping. I'm thinking about that as well because it's not in my head. I already have everything planned out for my day. After this right now, I'm gonna go and probably take my sleep to go and eat again. Instead stuff like that. My whole day has been planned out over and over and over again. And doing this actually makes you a better person, it makes you more focused. And then when you're doing meditation, all of this, I'm telling you guys, in a few months you become unstoppable with the exercise and everything, exercise, meditation, sunbathing, all these good habits. In a few months, you become unstoppable. I'm not going to tell you that in a few days, in a few weeks. I'm telling you that in a few months, you become, I'm not just going to say unrecognizable because I will still tell you that there's still a lot more things called like bulking up, reducing your body fat, stuff like if you're fat. There's still so many things right now. I'm not going to tell you that you are going to be a new version of yourself by doing these habits for a week or two. I'm going to tell you that good habits compound, bad habits also compound as well. You've probably been doing the bad habits for a long time. That's why you're depressed. Now, if you do the good habits for a long time, you're gonna be what? The opposite of depressed. You're gonna be happy. Happy max. Right? This is definitely going to take a few months to build, right? Because you've basically been spending all your time doing bad habits. I'm guessing you're like 17, 18, 19. You're probably doing the bad habits for what? All your life? This is like 15 years. So you can't expect the progress of the good habits to just compound in a couple of weeks or days. Anybody who tells you that I'm gonna change your life in a couple of days, they're lying to you, bro. They're lying to you. They just want to keep you attached. That's why they're putting all this clickbait stuff, telling you all these cute things. It's gonna take months, man. You have literally 15 years of baggage, all the bad habits. Do you really think it's gonna take a few days or weeks or even months to stop that and depress all that bad habits and increase the good habits? It's gonna take a long time, man. So I'm gonna say keep doing the good habits with the hope of that. Not with the hope, with the assurance that these good habits are gonna compound to me becoming a better person. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Remember, God is with you. Peace out.